How are you good with dealing with mistakes? Starting your coaching business, starting any type of business, you are going to make mistakes. I mean, you have to admit it. So today, what I want to help you with is actually tell you about the top 5 novice mistakes you need to avoid as a coach. And as a coach, as an online coach myself, I've done all of these mistakes. And that's why I want to share them with you so you don't do the same. Hi Achiever, my name is Fabienne Raphaël and I'm here to help you monetize your knowledge so you could fire your boss. And let me share with you the 5 novice mistakes that you need to avoid as a coach. First thing first is spending time on things that don't matter. And I see you going all wild, I know, right now, because you might have already lost time. Because I know that this business is in your head for like 10, 15 years, sometimes even more. Things that don't matter what they mean a website, especially if you have no client yet. And you will say, well, why Fabienne a website? Why can't I have a website? It's important for my credibility, authority, and all of that. Well, yes, it is. Eventually, when you'll have many clients and when you will know exactly how to craft your message and who you're serving and what you want to represent on your website. A lot of people don't have websites and have 6-figure businesses, right? You don't need a website, okay? Do you get that? You don't need a website when you get started. For sure, not. Branding colors. Okay, so I want to choose between the purple and the red and the green and the blue. Forget about that. Like, nobody cares, right? Have you hired someone because of their branding colors? Did it ever happen to you before? Okay, if you say yes, you're lying, okay? So don't lose time into finding your colors and see what you want to put on your website and how you want to do your logo or how you're going to print your business cards. First of all, when you're doing your coaching business and you have your first clients, well, you're still in kind of like a test mode sometimes because you might not like it. You might want to go towards another area of expertise of yours. You might feel that this field is not for you. You might feel that, I don't know, you change your mind, right? So if you invest all that money into these things, website, branding colors, business cards, and whatsoever, well, and it's not working out or you don't like it or you feel that you want to totally do something different, well, you've lost that money. It's been invested, but you lost it. So basically, when you have your first, second, third, maybe until like 5 clients, you gather data, you know what their struggles are, you know what the patterns are, you know how they express themselves, you know how to do your marketing, you know a ton of stuff that will truly help you build the right website, write the right business card, have the right branding colors, and whatsoever. So don't do that mistake into spending time in things that don't matter at all. Okay. So second thing that is a huge mistake is wanting to help everybody with everything, okay? So you maybe are someone that knows a lot of stuff or is talented with many things. And you're like, well, I'm good at this and I'm great at that and I'm also great at this. So let me have a business that will have all these services, but then they are not necessarily connected with each other. And you decide to offer them because you're like, well, I'm going to reach more and more people because I have all these opportunities, because I know all these things. And if someone asks you for something, you're going to say yes right away and not necessarily wondering like, is it good for my brand or not? The thing is, if you have many area of expertise and they're not necessarily connected, well, you are doing disservice to yourself because you have to put energy into 3 separate fields, for example, or more. And then you can't make something go forward as fast if you have to separate that energy within 3 things than if you just have one thing and put all your energy into it. Plus, think about this for a moment. Let's say you're sick and you need surgery. Well, who are you going to ask at the hospital for surgery? A surgeon. You're not going to ask your general practitioner to have the surgery on you. He's not a surgeon. She's not a surgeon, right? So you will ask for the specialist, and that's what people are looking for. So they're looking for a specific solution to a specific problem. If you're too general, well, it will be easier for you to melt between all these other people doing general stuff, instead of having one thing that is extremely specific that you're really an expert at, and people will be like, hey, this person, right person to help me out with solving my problem. Another mistake to avoid is to keep it a secret. Okay, yeah, I'm starting my business, but don't tell anyone. Okay, wow, great strategy. Don't tell anyone. And then what? You don't tell anyone, then nobody knows about it, and then nobody knows about it, and then never a client, and never a client, no money to your business. You get discouraged. You're like, this thing doesn't work out. Well, who have you spoken to? Right? So the thing about the online business though is that a lot of people feel that they have to stay at their desk and behind the computer and hide behind it, right? But it's not like that. You have to be proactive most of the time for you to get to that first, second, third, and so on clients. It's not true that you just going to apply attractive marketing, sit down, and just wait for people to come to you if you're not doing anything to have that provoked, okay? So if you want anything to happen in life, not necessarily in business, well, sometimes you have to give it a little push. For example, in my own personal life, well, the business and life partner I have now, which is who is my soulmate, well, guess what? Who made that first move? Me! All right? So if I had decided that I would not have done anything, that evening that I went forward and we started talking and dancing, well, you know what? Maybe today I would have missed like so many years of a great life with my soulmate because I didn't do a move. Okay? So same thing with anything, and especially in business. Please take out of your head that you just have to wait for people to come to you. That's not true. You have to be proactive, especially when you're starting out. When you're starting out, this is the time where you have to put a lot of energy, time, resources into going and find your best prospects, your potential clients, and the ones that will want to invest with you over and over again. The other mistake that you need to avoid as a novice coach is not to go on sales calls. So I know that selling is very scary for a lot of people, but again, if you don't go to these sales calls, well, you can't sell, you won't make an offer, and then you won't make money in your business. And that will be a big problem, right? So I know that it might feel extremely comfortable to take the phone and talk to someone you've never talked to before, or feeling uncomfortable with all this sales discussion or sales conversation. But then if you don't do it, if you avoid it, then you have less experience. You don't build up experiences fast, and you stay in that discomfort in all these sales calls. And you know, like me, when someone doesn't sound confident, well, people feel that something's missing or something's off, and they don't want to buy from you, or they don't want to do business with you. So get on these sales calls. And I know that the first ones are going to suck, but it doesn't matter. You might, if you ask for great feedback and receive it from these clients that will not necessarily want to do business with you, then use it to build up and improve into doing your sales calls. And the more that you will do them, the more you will be accustomed to them, the more you'll know exactly how it flows and how to bring that person from a lead to a client. And then the last one has to do with want to do it all. Okay, so the first one I said, doing things that don't matter, but now doing it all. Meaning you want to be the accountant in your business, you want to be the marketing strategist, you want to be the brand, you want to be the person that does the editing on your videos, the person that records everything, the person that does everything, right? And when you're starting out, I understand that might be the situation that you're in, but I would tell you this. The soonest that you realize that you need to concentrate yourself on your strengths, then the better it is for you, because this is how you're going to shine. So let's say, for example, if you're great at doing videos, or if you're great at coaching, or if you're great at marketing, well, you have to concentrate on these three things. If these are the three things that you're very strong at, and then see who could you add on your team to help you out with these other aspects. So if you suck at graphic design, or if you suck at video editing, or you don't know how to use a camera, well, you could hire the right person to help you out, pay that person, and you save a lot of time, energy, and money. Remember, these people are experts in what they're doing. So the time that you're going to take to learn the whole process and to test it out yourself, and then you get the result and you're like, no, it's not as good as I feel it should be. And then you start over again, you lose a lot of times. Sometimes some people, they do something in 5 minutes and it would have taken you maybe 2 hours, right? I remember it happened to me one day. There was a problem with my website and I couldn't reach the guy that was taking care of my website. So I decided to go in my website and try some stuff, right? It was horrible. Like all the lines were crossed and it looked horrible and I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. And I had tried to fix this for 3 hours. And then finally my web guy replied and he was like, so what's the problem? I was like, look at what I did to the website. It's totally crooked. I don't know what I did. Maybe I corrupted it or something. And then he laughed and 5 minutes later, he was like, check it out now. And everything was back to normal. So I was like, okay, let me calm down here. Maybe that was not a great move. So yeah, hire people to help you out and it's going to take so much stress off your shoulders and you'll be able to focus your energy on what you're strong at, which is extremely important. Focus on your strength. I will not say that enough. So we have still a lot of videos to go on. So in the next video, I will share with you some time management tools for coaches. So you don't want to go anywhere again because, time management, everyone has 24 hours, but the ones that use them wisely, it's a very small percentage of us. So stay tuned and keep watching.